scream out for them, for y'all. My life matters too. Quit ignoring me. Quit ignoring us.
So we are out here right now for Representative Charles Booker. He's going to be coming out here today, and we're going to be marching alongside him. All these supporters are out here. It's amazing. The weather's great right now. It's not too hot, and it's great. Charles Booker is an amazing person, but we're about to start here in a minute. Just wanted to get some B-roll. So make sure you vote.
So please go to govoteky.com.
Thank y'all for coming. Thank y'all for showing up. I cannot tell you how inspired I am. Like, my hope is so full. And I know this is a really tough time for so many of us. We're dealing with a lot of pain, a lot of frustration, a lot of fear. But I hope you feel the inspiration that I do right now. Just looking at y'all. Look at us. I'm proud of us. I'm proud of Kentucky right now. I'm telling you. I was in Prestonsburg yesterday. It was yesterday. And, you know what? So we in the mountains. And I'm standing up there talking about how we need to make sure we deal with structural racism and inequity. And, you know, folks in the crowd was like, no lives matter till Black lives matter. And they put their fists in the air. So we marched. And I'm like, you know what? Look at Kentucky. Look at what we can do when we come together. And we say that hate has no place.
That's right.
And I just feel like we have such a moment here that we can't miss. And so I wanted to make sure to come back down to my family. And y'all know y'all my family. Y'all, one of the first indications to me as a legislator that my life actually matters, that my humanity matters, was in the moment where so many of y'all rallied around me. It was really one of the hardest moments I've experienced as a man, as a father, as a grandson. You know, my granddad's my hero, and I was just talking in the car about how he fought for desegregation, and you know, my family's really big. So I'm one of the 71 grandkids. Some of y'all may have heard that. I've actually stopped counting. The number is bigger than 71, but I've just stopped counting. And my granddad was the one, like my grandma was the boss. Y'all know how that goes. She's the CEO. But my granddad was the one that he gave his all. Like, he gave all his energy, all his resources, worked multiple jobs. And, you know, he'd sit in the background and let grandma run the show. And I would sit and talk with him throughout the night. This is where I get it from. So I'm a big talker. I get it from him. But he would tell me about some of the things he went through and how he was discriminated against in the military, in his job, and some stories that are rich here in Kentucky. And in the moment when I yelled, my life matters too, and I was flashing back through history. Like, it wasn't for me. And I think I've told some of y'all this before. When I said my life matters too, I wasn't saying it for me. I was saying it for y'all. I was visualizing people that feel invisible, that feel ignored, that feel like no one cares about them. And I just wanted to scream out for them, for y'all. My life matters too. Quit ignoring me. Quit ignoring us. Quit dismissing us. Our lives matter too. And what some mean for your bad, I ain't gonna preach to y'all. I know it's Sunday. What some mean for your bad, just look around and see what good can come from it. And I cannot tell you all how much. Like, we're gonna win this race. We gonna win this race. Actually, that's not even the big part. The big part is once we win, the work we gotta do. That's the big part. But we are gonna win this race, and the reason I know it is because of y'all. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Thank you for the love that y'all show, that you've shown. the spirit that you've shown, because I know you got challenges here. And I feel like you've allowed me to come in, you've welcomed me in, so you've adopted me. And this moment is about family. This is about family, y'all. I wanted to share with you, because we just got a couple days till Election Day. I wanted to give you some of my inspiration and just come back, because y'all love me so much. I just want to give you some love and honor your humanity and just honor your light in these difficult times. I know y'all see all the demonstrations that are happening. Thank you for coming together to say that yes, even if your skin has been kissed by the sun and you may look like me, that your life has value. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thank you for saying that when you are in your home, or you're jogging, or you're at the grocery store, or you're at church, or you're at the movies, or if you're on the corner, or if you're on your porch, or if you're in your car, that you shouldn't be killed by the agency that you pay for to protect you. We're going to say her name. We're going to say her name, and I thank you for helping to shine a light on that truth. I'm not taking it for granted, because we're dealing with the type of racial tension, and we're in the midst of a pandemic, which is why we outside, and I appreciate y'all keeping your mask on. And like I said, I'm a hugger, so this is hard on me, and we're dealing with a lot of tough times. So y'all probably know somebody that has lost their job and is trying to get their unemployment. You probably know somebody if it's not you. I know this is a tough time. And in the midst of all of this, we still got Mitch McConnell in office with his foot on the neck of Kentucky. For much longer than 8 minutes and 46 seconds, his foot is on the neck of Kentucky. And while we're struggling, he's saying, oh, I'm not urgent. This is not a priority for me. We can come back later and deal with this. We're not going to give Kentuckians relief. They don't need more support to get food, because they may get lazy. Oh, goodness. Listen. In the face of all of that, you have shown a resolve, and we are letting the country know what Kentucky is all about right now. We are showing the world what we can do when family stands up and takes care of one another and leans in and loves and uplifts one another. Because we know that structural racism is not just about protecting black people. Structural racism is hurting all of us. And it uses identity as a wedge to keep us divided, to make us think we're not fighting the same battle when we are. And meanwhile, people like Mitch McConnell laugh to the bank. We've had enough of that. And our stance today, y'all standing right now, is a sign of declaration. And that's what I wanted to tell you. Because we got tomorrow, we got the next day, we got the day after that. And ultimately, all the energy in the streets where folks are marching, people may want to go home. You may want to get quiet. You might want to sit down. And y'all know what I'm going to tell you when it comes to sitting down. We can't do it. We can't go back.
Can't turn around.
We cannot turn around.
No.
So these aren't about protests anymore. This is about regular people rising up to say that our future is worth fighting for better.
That's right.
That we don't want injustice to reign. We don't want hate to thrive. We don't want poverty to be generational. We don't want our loved ones to struggle in the country that's the richest in our history, in a commonwealth that is so brilliant. We know we can do better. And I understand that there have been some concerns about this gathering today, that there were some folks that were putting fear or making accusations or giving folks pause about gathering today. Thank you for showing up anyhow. Thank you for loving anyhow. That hate won't win. I'll tell you a secret. It's more of us than it is them. So we love them anyhow. And I look forward to marching with them too. You know, my campaign has really just been about regular folks taking a stand and taking our future back. And when we do that, we beat Mitch McConnell in the process because he's just simply a barrier in the way. I mean, he's amassed a lot of power for himself, but he's really weak when you understand the reality of what we are dealing with. And he's been in office my entire life.
Change is coming.
All we've had to show for it
Change is coming.
is poverty that's getting handed down and handed. Change is already here.
Yeah, it's here.
We are the change.
Some more change.
We are the change. So as we get ready for this push, and I'm excited if we marching. I'm always ready. I mean, I got dress clothes on because I've been rushing. Don't judge me for that because I got my t-shirt and jeans in the car. Y'all know how I normally show up. I'm ready to march anyway. I don't care if I'm hot.
All right.
But just know that this is different. This is a moment we can't miss. If we step with resolve, every foot we put down is about a brighter day for Kentucky. It's about justice. Every time we open our mouth and every time we engage someone, everywhere we show up, if we do a better Commonwealth, we can do it. This is a moment where we can have hope in ourselves, where we can believe in ourselves, in our Commonwealth. And I'm just bold enough, I have the audacity to believe that we can win. I said I wasn't going to preach to you, but I just know through faith that we are more than conquerors. And some people have said, well, it's impossible to beat Mitch McConnell. He got so much money. And Charles, you from the poorest zip code in the state. You ain't got no money, Charles. How you even going to win the primary? There's a status quo that's putting $40 million into the primary. How you going to compete with that? Look around. Look around. The power in us as people cannot be stopped if we stand up. We will not be stopped if we stand up. And because I believe in that and you believe too, we have shaken up the world. We have put the country on alert. They wanted to ignore this. They wanted to silence this. They wanted this to go away. But I got an interview on MSNBC tonight because they know they got to deal with us. This is undeniable, y'all. We gonna win this primary and we gonna get Mitch McConnell out of there. So I know you all been standing here and the sun is gonna be marching with us. And so I don't wanna belabor. I just want to pour out to you. And I want you to know that wherever I go, wherever I show up, I'm gonna do my best to make you proud. And to honor you, and to represent for you, and to stand by you. And I will stand by you. If they throw tear gas at you, they're going to throw it at me too, and they did, and I'm going to come back anyway. You're never going to have to ask where I'm at, because you know exactly where my feet are planted, and they're right beside you. Let's continue to love, y'all. Let's show the world what we're about, and let's keep fighting for justice. Let's keep fighting for justice. All right, this is the last thing I'll say. If you're able, if you can put a fist in the air, I just want you to look around. This fist represents unity. These fingers ball together and this fist represents strength. It represents power. It represents family. It represents our resolve to keep pushing forward and to keep breaking down barriers and to keep demanding more and better and higher and greater for this Commonwealth, for our families, for our country. It means that we are together. That's right. And I'm honored to be right here together with you. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much.
All right, guys, so we're going to start marching as soon as possible because they're waiting down there. So if y'all can come on, we're going to go ahead and get in the street. Right?
No peace. 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 Yeah. No peace. No peace. No peace.
My voice is grand. I need a full.
No peace. Whose streets?
Our streets.
Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets.
To the right. To the
Our
right.
streets.
To the right.
Our streets. Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets. Whose streets? Our streets.
Can't read.
Whose streets? Our streets. 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 No justice. No peace. 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 No justice. No peace.
That's what I wanted to be. Good job, guys.
Down here. Representative Charles Booker, we marched down here with all of Paducah basically. Came out to support. It's amazing. So there he is right there. Representative Charles Booker. All of the supporters.
For coming out. I know there was some posts or whatever being put out, but like Charles Booker said, there's more of us than of them, right? All right. So originally, Corbin Snarden was supposed to do this. He is not here due to a family emergency. So this is his statement. I apologize for my absence today. I'm tending to a family matter. I want to thank the organizers of this event and my friend Charles Booker. We need everyone in McCracken County and across Kentucky to vote with someone who can ditch Mitch McConnell. We need someone who is willing to stand up for Kentucky because our lives matter too. That person is Charles Booker. Make sure that you vote between now and June 23rd. Your vote matters, and your life matters. Peace, love, and respect to everyone. All right, that was from Corbin Snarden. So we're gonna have. Here's Miss Keisha Curry.
Hey, Paducah, how you doing? Good. We are here for an amazing cause, and that is to uplift our brother. I like to call him Cousin Charles. We've adopted him, but we're in the process of ditching Mitch, and he's the guy to do the job. All right? In the spirit of unity with our Black Lives Matter and it being Pride Month, we are all coming together for the same cause. And that is just because we have, like he says, unity equals love, Black Lives Matter, no justice, no peace. And then we have our Pride Month. So we want to thank, first of all, let's just thank God for allowing us to come together. All right? Right? We're going to continue to uplift Cousin Charles and make sure he ditches Mitch, all right? All right, so I'm supposed to be introducing him, but I'm sorry, Cousin Charles introduced himself already, so he kind of took my job. All right, but we want to let him know that we are standing for Kentucky, because look, Cousin Charles been exactly where we are today. He has been right in our shoes. He has been raised by a single parent. He's been poor. He didn't know where next meal was coming from. He had resources that were not offered to him that should have been offered to him. When it comes to health care, hey, just a t-shirt. We need somebody in place. We need somebody in place who is going to speak on our behalf, right? Right. That's why we're here today, to let him know we support him, and the best way we can support him is just not right here. What we got to do, y'all? Vote! When we gonna vote, y'all? I'm gonna get Make sure. We don't want to just talk about it. We want to definitely be about it. That's what's key. I know a lot of people. Now, for me, I've already voted. You know you got it, Cousin Charles. I've already voted. Do not be discouraged by the process.
All right.
Do not get discouraged by the process and give up and not vote at all. Don't do that. Don't do that, because there's some people in power who want you to do that. But we're going to make sure that that doesn't happen. So you can go at 8:30 in the morning. If you be there at 8:15, they might let you through the door. But we want to make sure you get your vote. If you have not ordered your ballot, do so ASAP. I think today is the last day, or tomorrow.
15.
The 15th.
Tomorrow is the last day.
Tomorrow is the last day. So guess what? When you leave here, that's what you need to be doing. If you need help, find somebody. Just ask. Find somebody.
GoVoteKentucky.com.
What's the website?
GoVoteKentucky.com.
GoVoteKY.gov.
Or you can call Julie Griggs' office.
Or Julie Griggs. Now, don't let that process discourage you. Amen. Because the elevator music they playing make you think you ain't calling the right office. Hang in there, leave a message, and if they don't call you back to confirm, you do it again until you can get your ballot, all right? So I'm going to let you go. Look, I don't need to introduce him. It's Cousin Charles, all right?
All right, so I already done framed it up, so I won't make you stand in the sun any longer than we need to, but I just want to echo the fact that we do need to make our voices heard. We are standing in the streets because we know they belong to us. But in order for us to effectuate the change we want to see, we got to make sure our voice is heard at the ballot box. And this especially means a lot to me, knowing that we're going into the weekend of Juneteenth. And, you know, I mentioned my granddad. I talk about him a lot. One of the stories that I shared on the House floor is when he explained to me that he had to guess the number of beans in the jar to vote. That he actually had to do that. And Kentucky has been one of the most disenfranchised states in the country. It has been particularly hard to have your voice heard here.
Right.
And because we have had politicians that don't see us and don't care about us, a lot of people have given up and said, well, what's the point of getting involved? It doesn't matter anyway. They don't care anyway.
Right.
And I'm just hoping that by stepping up as a young black man I've had to ration my insulin, my lights been cut off, I've been homeless, we didn't have a car, I've seen a lot of struggles, but anyhow, through it all, I'm still on my feet because that's what we do. We fight back, we persevere, and we push through anyhow. And the reason that I decided to take this passion and this conviction into the halls of government is because we need people in positions of decision making that will decide on our behalf, that will be accountable to us, that will lift up our voices and not be afraid of the big money interests that seek to run this country and seek to pad Mitch McConnell's pockets. I'm not afraid.
No.
I'm not afraid because I know I'm not alone. There have been times where I thought I was by myself. I spoke up anyhow because I knew it needed to happen. But you standing right now lets me know I'm not by myself.
That's right.
And as long as we move forward together, we exercise our voice and our vote, we will in fact win. We will in fact transform our future. We will do the work. Let me sit this down. The quote has been said, and Dr. King would say, you know, the moral arc of the universe bends towards justice. That doesn't just naturally happen. And a lot of the struggles, I was just standing by some incredible ladies, I can't see where they were, that marched and were participating during the civil rights movement. The same struggles, so many of them. Not only are they still here, but they're nuanced and they're more woven into the fabric. They're more hidden and they're more pervasive, which means that arc is not just going to bend itself. So we got to be the arc benders. And what we are witnessing is that arc being bent in real time. We are tugging on that arc. We are pulling on that arc in real time, and it's bending, y'all. It's bending. And when we vote, we're going to put a big dent in that arc. We're going to bend that bad boy in a historic way. So I need y'all to be with me.
We're with you.
You get your absentee ballot. If it's past the 15th, you make sure you vote in person. Keep your mask on. Stay in line. If you have any trouble, let me know. We're going to have people all over Kentucky watching out. We want to make sure your voice is heard. We're going to be looking. We'll have attorneys. We're going to have a full team. And in fact, if y'all need help getting to the polls, if you know somebody, I'll help you get some gas money. We ain't playing. I need y'all to be there. Because once we win on the 23rd, we gonna look at Mitch McConnell, the Grim Reaper. He's called himself a lot of terrible names. Moscow Mitch. And we gonna have 2 words for him. Bye-bye. Bye, Mitch. Bye, Mitch. So, just thank y'all again. Let's make sure we stay connected. If you're not following me already, it's Booker 4 KY on all social media. You'll see a dance video from time or two with my daughters. But I'm giving out a whole lot of information. If you have questions on how to vote, if you know somebody has problems, go voteky.com. But then also Booker4Kentucky.com. We have a team of folks ready to help to make sure everybody gets what they need. If you don't get your absentee ballot by the 23rd, you can vote in person. Make sure people know that if you request your ballot and you don't get it, you can still vote in person, okay? So, thank y'all again. Thank y'all for marching. Let's never go back. Let's never sit down. Thank y'all.